and welcome back again to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Gloria and I love to create videos about life in Canada and how to navigate your new journey as a newcomer. So if this is something that you are interested in, be sure to hit the red subscribe button and also turn on your notifications so that you will never miss a video whenever I make one. And let's get back into the video. Moving to Canada is a dream for many people, but let us be honest. The reality is far from what most people expect. You experience things like culture shock, financial struggles, career setbacks, and even emotional challenges. However, if you understand these hurdles in advance, it can help you to prepare, adapt, and set yourself up for success. So what is one thing that you think will shock you the most about moving to a place like Canada? And if you are already here in Canada, what surprised you the most? I'd like to hear from you, so leave a comment. Now, let us take a deep dive into the culture shock that people experience in Canada. The first one is the Canadian weather. The cold in Canada can be very brutal depending on which province you choose to reside in. If you think that the cold in Canada is not that cold, then think again. The winters in Canada can last 5 to 6 months, with the temperatures dropping to as low as -40 in provinces like Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Alberta. The windshield is what makes it feel worse. The frostbite can begin to happen in minutes if you are not properly dressed. The reality of snow is that you will be shoveling, you'll be driving with frozen doors, and you'll be navigating icy sidewalks. The winters also can cause seasonal depression because it gets dark and gloomy because there is no sunlight, and that can really quickly affect your mood. But here is my solution for you. Invest in good thermal wear, insulated jackets, and waterproof boots. A good winter jacket here in Canada can cost you over $350. Learn to layer properly. Cotton will not keep the heat, so avoid it, but use wool and fleece. These ones will keep you warm. And if you drive, get a block heater for your car, especially if you live in colder provinces. Canadians are very friendly people, but they are reserved people as well, in my own experience. They are also known for being very polite. They'll hold the doors for you at the mall or a shopping center. They'll also thank you, even as a bus driver. That is really shocking. The reality is normal talk is good to build friendships with them. The Canadians really value their personal space and independence, so people might not even invite you over more frequently. You also hear most times they say sorry when it is not necessary. It is something that is cultural. For you, as a newcomer, join community organizations, meetup groups, and communities in your networks. Volunteering is also a good way to also get to meet people and integrate into the Canadian society. Make the first move. Be the first person to invite people for coffee, go to social events, and always try to be consistent. A simple way to start a conversation: just compliment someone's pet because they love walking their dogs. You can simply say something like, "That's a cute dog that you have there." They love it. The high cost of living in major cities like Toronto and Vancouver are not just expensive, they are brutally expensive. I refer to these areas as the Banana Island of Lagos, Nigeria. The average rent for like a one-bedroom apartment in a place like Toronto goes for as much as upwards of $2,500. Groceries are like 30 to 50% more expensive in many other countries. What you see on the aisle is not what you pay for, because at the end of the day, when you're going to check out, you add taxes. For income purposes, the taxes are high. Expect to lose at least 20 to 30% of your paycheck. And the saying goes that the higher the paycheck, the more money you pay in taxes. Now, consider moving to affordable cities like Calgary, New Brunswick, Halifax, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, or other places that you can think of in your mind. And also, if you're looking to buy things to save on groceries, use PC Optimum cards. If you are single, find a roommate so that you can both share the rent. Again, your favorite foods may be very hard to find or even expensive to buy at the local store. So be ready for that food culture shock. You will not always find your favorite Asian or Latin America or African ingredients very easily. Eating outside too at a restaurant is also expensive. A basic restaurant meal can cost anywhere from $40 to $80 or even more per person. So for you as a newcomer, try to find ethnic grocery stores and farmers markets. Buy bulk from the farm and also stock up. Stock up on essentials when you find them at a good price. For me, I always buy things when they are in sales so that I buy them in bulk. The Canadian work culture is very different from what you expect. Work-life balance is real, but getting a job is not as easy as many people would think it is. But it is the truth. It's not easy to get a job. You would need a Canadian work experience in order for you to land a good job here in Canada. Many Canadian employers will always ask for Canadian work experience before they hire some people. But don't get me wrong, some people are lucky and they find something to do immediately they arrive in Canada. For our workplaces here, they value punctuality, politeness, and independence. Please do not overdress to work. Canadians love it business casual. Now, for you as a newcomer, you need to start networking even before you arrive into Canada. LinkedIn, yes, LinkedIn is your best friend. You can also get jobs by networking. Consider volunteering or gaining internships to start getting work experience in Canada. Now that we've talked about all of this, let's talk about the harsh realities of moving to Canada. Finding a job is harder than you think. Many professionals, they take survival jobs before they secure work in their own field. Some industries here in Canada require licenses or certifications, which can really take months or years to acquire. Now, here is a tip. Try to customize your resume to Canadian standards. I studied human resources and I do help people to curate the Canadian style resume. So if you are interested, please feel free to message me directly. Information would be in the description. To find job, use platforms like Indeed, LinkedIn, and Workopolis. They always place job adverts there. Loneliness and mental health struggles. Many experience culture shock, isolation, and homesickness. Loneliness is really real in this country. I felt lonely when I came to. So my tip for you is to stay social, join immigrant support groups, do not isolate yourselves. Get involved in sports or even community events. Now let's talk about the healthcare center. The healthcare system here in Canada is not perfect, and you might be saying, how? Well, free healthcare exists, but the wait times for you to see a specialist can take months and months to get one. So even get a family doctor can take you longer, like a year or much more. For you newcomers, please get a private health insurance when you arrive so that you can see a doctor if you feel unwell. International students will have health insurance through their school. And for those who land as permanent residents, you will need to apply for your health card as soon as possible because it might take a longer time for you to get it. So you're wondering how can you settle successfully in Canada? Network, network, network. 85% of the jobs are found through networking. Try to attend industry meetups and job fairs, very important. Use LinkedIn very actively. Upgrade your skills. Yes, keep on learning. If your profession requires certification like engineering, healthcare, finance, don't wait, start immediately. Again, find a support system. Stay close to your communities, but also integrate into the Canadian society. It is very, very important. Canada, yes, Canada has its own challenges, but if you prepare well, you can thrive in this country. Now, my question for you is, what is your biggest concern about moving to Canada? And if you are already in Canada, what is one thing that you have learned so far? I'd like to hear from you, so let me know in the comment section. I want to thank you so much for watching my video. Please watch the videos that will pop up on your screen. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow me for more insight into life in Canada. Until I see you in my very next video, stay safe and bye.